Hey there, it's Dr. Jim, and I have a great topic. It comes from a bunch of books that I just put down. I'm a chronic reader, and it's usually in aging, health, wellness, longevity, the biology of aging, gerontology, geriatrics, so on and so forth. This is a good one. It's been out for a while, The Blue Zones. If you haven't picked this up, I really recommend it. 9 Lessons for Living Longer from the People Who've Lived the Longest by Dan Buettner. Now, this fellow has traveled around the world to areas that he has identified as blue zones. And blue zones are places on the planet where very long-lived people are in large quantities. So some of the oldest people on the planet live in these areas. So I'd like to focus, I wrote an article because this started the thought process, and then I went and did more research, and I looked into different people's cultures, diets, lifestyles, things like that, that we can incorporate in senior care. Okay, so the point is, try to get some of this information that's out there all over the world into your senior care community. I wrote an article called An Okinawan Diet in Senior Care? Question mark. So based on the work of the Blue Zones, he went to Okinawa and he taught us about the longevity diet of the Okinawans. So no two people are alike anywhere on the planet Earth, and there is simply no best diet for anybody. You know, that's why fad diets don't work. Here's one diet and it's going to be good for everybody's chemistry, biochemistry. Well, it doesn't work like that whatsoever. So while people have certain individual dietary needs, we also do all have similar similarities in what we consume and how it can be nutritious and how it can maximize our lifespan. So everybody's different, but we do have these basic nutritional needs. So Okinawans from Japan, as well as people from Nicoya, Costa Rica, Sardinia, Italy, 2 other places, have very important things in common. Number one, they live long. They really live long. Most of these individuals make it to their 100th year or more. That's huge. And they eat similar fresh foods. Fresh being the key word here. Their longevity diets are mainly plant-based, and we're going to hear that over and over again, plant-based diets. That's why you see all of these plant-based meats now on the market, and there will be more. But these people are eating real plants like vegetable roots, sweet potatoes, pumpkin, and bell peppers, yellow and orange vegetables like squash and carrots and cabbage, and soy-based vegetables, which I'm a big fan of, particularly edamame, which is loaded with protein. If you haven't had edamame yet, do yourself a favor, edamame. You could do so many things with it, it's wonderful. But they also do consume some grains, including rice and noodles, but in very small portions. And they do drink a lot of teas, and they utilize a lot of spices like turmeric, which we know is wonderful. It has great anti-inflammatory properties. So what they eat is probably just as important as what they don't eat, okay? Okinawans as a people do not consume a lot of red meat like we do here. And it's not on every plate, it's not at every meal, it's very rare as a matter of fact. And when red meat is on a plate for the Okinawans, it is a garnish. Isn't that interesting? So they do eat seafood, mainly whitefish. They avoid processed meats like bacon, sausage, and other processed foods like sugar, cooking oils, and cereals. So, why would an Okinawan diet or any element of it be good for seniors? Because the longevity diet is associated with a lot of good outcomes, and it's never too late to start eating better. If you don't live in a senior care community, I would try to get these things into your diet every day too. It's good for the heart, it's good for the brain, this diet. It's also rich in antioxidants, so it can be considered an anti-cancer diet. So ultimately, the longevity diet can be both a diet that brings quality to life and years to an individual's life as well. So quality, more years, those both sound good to me. I hope they sound even better to you. I'm Dr. Jim. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you soon.